Hey, what is up everybody? This is Secret Breach coming to you here today. We're talking about the WWE Hall of Fame, and the newest rumor that it's come out basically is saying that Brutus the Barber Beefcake is going to be going into the WWE Hall of Fame. I will honestly first come out and say that I think Brutus the Barber Beefcake is a name that does belong to go into the WWE Hall of Fame. His name is, right up there. It's probably higher than Coco Beware's, but it's, there with the Big Boss Man, and, names like this go into the Hall of Fame each and every year. You gotta have at least, 5 guys to go up there and make a presentation. You normally have one woman go up there, and I think that Brutus the Barber Beefcake, when you look at his career, from the early 80s until the time he left WWF, I think honestly ranks up there with some of the top names that wrestled in the WWF in the 80s. He never really held, I don't think he ever held a singles championship in WWF. He was never Intercontinental Champion. There were strong rumors that he was going to beat Mr. Perfect at SummerSlam. Or maybe he was going to beat the Honky Tonk Man. I can't remember who he was supposed to fight. The year that his face got crushed in that parasailing accident that honestly should have killed him, but instead they were able to put his face back together, and he even came back to wrestle with Hulk Hogan at a Wrestlemania in a tag match at Wrestlemania 9 that a lot of people thought was the last time we were ever going to see Hulk Hogan in the WWF ring. It was just sort of just to get him to the next ring in his career. But, Brutus the Barber Beefcake, he accomplished a lot. One of the big accomplishments that a lot of people don't think about is Brutus the Barber Beefcake is one hell of a tag team wrestler. In the early days, when he came in, tagging up with Greg the Hammer Valentine as a member of the Dream Team. I believe he was the WWF Tag Team Champions at WrestleMania 1 and WrestleMania 2 before splitting up, and then him going on his own at WrestleMania 3 where he came out during the Adonis versus Piper hair match, and he was actually the guy that cut Adonis's hair. That sort of started him off on the whole Brutus the Barber Beefcake gimmick. And from there, a lot like the Honky Tonk Man, I can't really think of a lot of his big feuds that happened. I remember him, being Hulk Hogan's friend that would team up with him at SummerSlam. It was him and Hogan and Beefcake against Zeus and the Macho Man. I believe that would be SummerSlam 1988, where he got the main event, a pay-per-view, and a lot of people think that might be the only pay-per-view he ever did. But Brutus the Barber Beefcake, after leaving WWF and going to WCW as one of Hulk Hogan's friends that got a job down there, main evented a Starrcade. Not many people can be able to say that they main evented WCW's WrestleMania. When you think of Starrcade, you think of Ric Flair, you think of Harley Race, you think of Sting, Hollywood Hogan, but go back, look it up. Hulk Hogan versus the Booty Man was a Starrcade main event. In WCW, Brutus the Barber Beefcake never really got traction. Of course, WWF owned the Brutus the Barber Beefcake gimmick, so he had to come in. I think he wrestled as the Zodiac, the Booty Man. I can't remember what the heck. Oh, the Disciple. When he came in, following NWO Hollywood, he was one of the NWO Black and White guys. He actually jumped ship and joined One Warrior Nation during the Hulk Hogan versus Ultimate Warrior feud, and I can't remember him ever coming back again. During those days, he was jacked up. He didn't really have the same look. But once it was revealed that he was Brutus the Barber Beefcake, and he was Hollywood Hulk Hogan's friend, and that's the reason why he was there, he never really lived it down. I'm not sure if he wrestled on a lot of the B shows or Saturday main events or anything like that, but you didn't really ever see him wrestle on Nitro or definitely on pay-per-views down the road. So, if you have Beefcake go in, I've heard that him and Hulk Hogan are back on the same page. They're friends again. They've hung out. At least they took a picture on Twitter. Basically, I think they had a beef over Beefcake's book, and then the book came out, and it didn't really get traction the way that I think he thought it was going to, with the stories he told about Hogan, so they were able to come back together. So it is a way to get Hulk Hogan on a stage in WWF, once again, and, you know, inducting his friend, and putting him into the Hall of Fame. But to me, honestly, it just doesn't really make a lot of sense. It's already been named that the Honky Tonk Man is going to be going in at WrestleMania 35. And to me, honestly, the Honky Tonk Man and Brutus the Barber Beefcake are sort of on that same playing field. And, you know, normally WWF goes with the normal equation where you have your main event guy. It's going to be a team this year. It's going to be DX. Your woman, it sounds like it's going to be Tori Wilson. Honky Tonk Man is sort of like your mid-card guy to go along. We need a tag team. We need some sort of international star to bring some people over. And then you've also normally got your guy that just went through the wellness program who is getting their second chance with the company and trying to show that they got a second chance in life. So I don't know where Beefcake fits into that, but that is the rumor that's out there. Taz is also rumored, but it looks like they've sort of passed that one up. So we'll see what goes on with the Hall of Fame. You know, Brutus the Barber Beefcake, if he's strutting, cutting his way in, I think he deserves it, but I'm a little bit of a question if it's going to happen this year.